Hey, this is Archie, and in this video I'm going to show you and help you step by step on how you can increase your conversion rate for your e-commerce website. You know how important it is to have a high conversion rate. Maybe you are running some ads and you can have the best creatives, the best audience you're targeting, the best copies, but if your website doesn't appeal to your audience, doesn't say the true value of your products, then you are going to leave a lot of money on the table. First, let's see the importance of having a high conversion website. Number one is you have more room for scaling. Now, I want you to imagine that we have two scenarios. The first scenario, let's say you are spending $100 a day on your ads. It can be Facebook ads, it can be TikTok ads, that doesn't matter. Let's suppose that you're spending $100 a day, and your conversion rate right now is 1%. Your return on spend is maybe around 3x. Well, if you know how social media advertising platforms work, you will see that when you spend a little money, first you are going after an audience who is more likely to convert. In marketing terms, we are calling them low-hanging fruits. People who are most likely to buy right now. And these platforms, they will go first after that audience, so you can have the highest return on spend. And when you start increasing the budget, your ads will be shown to an audience who is less likely to buy. Let's say that you're spending now $200 a day. Your return on spend will no longer be 3x. It can drop to 2.6, 2.5. That's why many business owners, many advertisers, they are feeling kind of stuck with the same budget and they cannot scale their ad account. Now, the second scenario, let's say that you increase your conversion rate to 2%. Right there, you just doubled your revenue, which means your return on spend also increased, and now it can be 5x or 6x. And if you're increasing your budget, you have more room. So at that time, it can be 4.5, 5x, 5.5. The second reason why you should strive for a higher conversion rate is you get more profit. Wouldn't it be cool to put the same amount of budget in your ads, to put the same amount of effort into your business, and at the same time get even more profit? So actually the key is just to increase that conversion rate as much as possible. Tweak every single detail from your website so it looks more polished, it looks more professional and more legit. And the third reason is you position your brand as an authority in your industry or in your niche, which basically means a lot of credibility and trust. Now let's talk about what is the average conversion rate based on countries and based on industries. So if we look here, this is a chart with the average conversion rate based on the industries, and this is made based on research in 2021. So we have here luxury handbags with 0.6%, and then we have home furniture, luxury apparel, and for example, if you are in the home decor space, you need to have a 2.4%. If you are in the beauty and skincare or hair care products, you should have above 3%. And here's another chart with the average conversion rate based on countries. The highest conversion rate is in Germany, following by United States, United Kingdom, Denmark, and so on. If a country is not shown here, then their conversion rate is under 1%. If you're not in that given range, then make sure you stick around and you watch this video till the end, because I am going to explain step by step on how you can increase it. And even if you are doing pretty good and you have a pretty solid conversion rate, I would recommend to watch this video because you will learn new techniques and tips to increase your conversion rate even further. But first, before you try to implement the things that I am going to share you in just a couple minutes, I want you to look at your analytics after this video right away, because you have to understand where actually people stop converting. So go and look at your website sessions, add to cart ratio, initial checkout ratio, and also your conversion rate. If, for example, you have 10 add to cart but only 4 or 3 initial checkouts, there is a too large discrepancy. Something is missing between the add to cart step and the initial checkout step. So there you have to put the emphasis and solve that. So now let's go ahead and let's talk about how you can increase your conversion rate for your product pages. The first thing that people can see is your product images. You need to have 5 types of images for each product. The first type of image is e-commerce type. Basically, they look something like this. It's just the product itself on a white background. The second type of image is showcasing your products on a model. That is very important, especially if you are in the beauty or fashion niche. The third type is user-generated content, at least one. So with that, you build some social proof and credibility. The fourth type of image is detailed shots, and that is really important because when we're shopping online, we cannot see how actually that product feels and looks like in the real life. With detailed shots, you can cover and you can handle that objection much easier. And the fifth type is a one short video. It should be up to like 5 seconds showcasing the product, and with that you really stand out, because if you think how many actually brands out there you know that are using videos, not so many. You can count them very easily. So with that type of content on your website, you build authority. The only call to action button you want to have on your website is a bold add to cart button. Nothing fancy, nothing like buy it now or add to wish list. Believe me, if you're using a bold add to cart button, that is gonna increase your add to cart ratio and your overall conversion rate. Make sure that your button is highlighted with a color from your brand color range and is next to your product images. And the reason you want to use only one button is because first, you don't confuse your customers, it looks more clear. And the third thing, very key, is you make brand look more expensive. When you have too many buttons, especially aggressive call to actions like buy it now, that makes your brand look cheap. As for the description for your products, a mistake that I notice very often is that either people are using a too short copy, they don't tell the true value of their products, or they are using a too long copy that no one is gonna read it. So I want you to make sure that you find that key balance and have a medium size for your description. It should cover both the features and the emotional benefits of your products, because you don't know what type of person is gonna be on your website. Every person is different. Some people can be persuaded by features, other people are looking for emotional benefits. And when you have them both, right there you appeal to a broader audience. After your product images, the call to action button, and your description, what it must follow is a testimonial section. The problem that I find with many websites is that either they don't even have a testimonial section, or they put that at the bottom of a page where people don't even scroll till there. Now, when I'm talking about testimonials, what you have to make sure is you put only high quality reviews from your customers. If you think testimonials with images will be more powerful than testimonials in the written form, and even if we go deeper, testimonials with videos from your customers will be more powerful than testimonials with images. You see, if it's harder for you to get a testimonial, the more chances is gonna have to convert new customers. Just tell me please in the comments how many e-commerce brands you saw that they are using video testimonials. Not so many. That's why when you're using them, you don't have competition. To get those video testimonials, I would recommend you to reach out to your most loyal customers and ask them for a video in exchange with a percentage off or a gift card, or even a free product if you can give that. After testimonials, what you have to have is a section where you're telling what you're standing for. And you can do that in two ways. Either having small icons, something like this, where you're telling your unique selling propositions. It can be maybe handmade or sustainable. And another way is to have a video where the CEO is talking about the story on how they started this brand and also what is the uniqueness of their products. Afterwards, it's very key to have a FAQ section. I think if you have an e-commerce brand, you totally understand how annoying it is to get the same question again and again and again via your DMs or via emails. You have to take that as an insight. If you are getting the same question like 10 times, take that question and put it on your website, and it should be very visible for your customers. And if you think you're making an automation for your brand in that way, you answer their questions in advance. Even some very common questions like, do you ship in a certain country? You need to have that in your FAQs. And at the bottom of your page, you need to have another call to action. I don't think that I saw many brands using this, but I'm telling you, the moment when you have another call to action at the bottom of your product page, right there you increase your conversion rate very significantly. Human beings are masters of procrastination. Even if they like your product, if they don't see what they should do next, there are more chances they will leave your website. So make sure you have a bold add to cart button at the bottom of your product pages. Now, the moment when we click on the add to cart button, make sure that you have a cart pop-up. Avoid having a cart page, because in that case you extend the process of buying. Now, for the cart pop-up, you should have one single button which says secure checkout. checkout, and the reason for that, you want to make your business look legit and people can buy with confidence from you. Now as for the checkout page, if you're on Shopify, then you can't change many things, but what you can change is the text, and I highly recommend you to change it, because the more personalized is your business, the better your conversion rate is gonna look like. To do that, go to your Shopify backend and click on online store, then click here on this drop down actions, edit languages and checkout systems. Scroll down until you find checkout, and here you actually have a lot of options to change the text for the checkout page. And that's how you make your website looks credible, professional and compelling. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you click on the like and subscribe button, and also on the notification bell to get notified when I'm releasing a new video. And if you're an e-commerce owner who is looking for a person who can help you with your website optimization and Facebook advertising, then make sure that you click on the link in the description below and DM me on Instagram to see if we have a right fit and if we can work together. So thank you very much for watching my video. Until next time, I will see you in my next one.